the boxing rundown, guys. It is a Corona Monday, bro.
Everybody's
all scared.
everybody's on lockdown, but
Aquí tenemos la medicina.
what do we have here? What are we
Aquí
drinking?
tenemos bourbon, bro.
Bourbon.
Te di bourbon para que si tienes el virus se te vaya, güey, porque no quiero que me vayas a pegar. Delano, California, what's up? Okay, welcome to the boxing rundown. There wasn't really that much boxing, bro.
So
but I do want to make a public announcement, bro. Well, first let me know how was your
No,
weekend.
go ahead. I mean, I just want to talk about what's hot. No boxing, but there's a lot of. I'm sure you heard of the Tyson Fury thing that's coming out right now.
Oh, well, ahorita me dices, ahorita me vas a avisar. Espérate. So all I want to know is this, bro. I know everybody's having a little crisis, man. Everybody's a little nervous. Everybody's getting scared. But what I want to tell you guys is this, man. Is respect one another, bro. We're all human beings, man. The coronavirus is a bad flu that is very contagious. This could end up being the last show. I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
People are getting like
Well,
San Francisco just got shut down, bro.
Well, not the last show, but it may be we'll put it on the.
We'll put it in notice. You know what I mean? We're supposed to have a show next week.
Right.
I'm not gonna talk about the show next week, but what I'm saying is this: we're gonna try to keep doing the show as long as we can, as long as the government doesn't get on us and says that we gotta shut it down because it's very contagious and they put us on lockdown. But I'm gonna keep on going with the rundown as long as we can, right?
Right.
But what I want to do is this, man. I want to make sure that you guys are just taking care of each other, okay? So let me know, bro. Don't worry.
Well, since there wasn't a lot of boxing, there's something that came out with Tyson Fury. I don't know if you.
What happened, bro?
There's been a lot of talk about the gloves, but I mean, I don't know. A lot of people don't know that Tyson Fury was suspended like 4 years ago
for the peds.
For the ped use. They found nandrolone in his system. And he claimed that it was uncastrated wild boar or something like that. But now there's a story coming out that supposedly the guy that testified that fed him that boar, he's saying that he was paid by the Tyson Fury camp hush money to make that testimony, which was not true. Now I don't know if this is a fact, but that's what they're saying.
All right, let me give a shout out to Nancy Rodriguez. Nancy Rodriguez says, "What's up? You know what I mean? Hi, Nancy Rodriguez from the WBC. How you doing?" All right, so
yeah.
They paid the guy to make
I'm not saying that's the accusation. This guy came out saying that he was paid money so that he could make that testimony, saying that the nandrolone came from wild boar. That's why he tested positive.
So I'm gonna throw you the looper right now.
Okay.
Can somebody from the Wilder camp pay him to come out?
What do you mean? No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's an accusation, But I mean, there's a lot of talk about him cheating, which I don't think. I think the gloves were legit. I'm not a guy that's gonna be saying that he was had his fist in the wrong position, but it's not far fetched to call him a cheater. Okay, because he was caught with peds on him, right? He was suspended for 2 years for that, so it's not a far fetched. I don't think he did, but I mean, I don't think this guy is squeaky clean. Okay. So right now, let's take the talk. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that it makes for a great third fight. I think the third fight, the pressures are going to be crazy. Now, are we going to have a third fight? I don't know, man. This is supposed to be like the end of days, man. So everything's getting canceled. No, bro. Everybody's painting it like that, bro. So
what they're doing is they're
taking precautions.
I think they feel that if we avoid gatherings, large gathering, we could somehow take control of it. Okay. But I mean, it's something we need to take seriously.
No, I know. I'm taking it serious.
But as far as the rematch, the trilogy, how many rounds did Wilder win in those two fights?
I'm gonna tell you
two,
this, and I'm gonna be no. Wilder in the two fights has won on my card.
In your opinion,
I am not a judge, but in my opinion, he's only won 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm thinking
19 rounds?
In the two fights.
Yeah,
so what makes us think that in the trilogy that Wilder's going to have the answer? You know what? In that fight, I think that's why Tyson Fury pressured him, because if you see that fight, I think in the last round where Tyson Fury got dropped, Tyson Fury went at him, he pressured him, and he connected on Wilder, and Wilder looked kind of iffy. I think they saw something on that round, and that's what they did in the next fight.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody put Wilder Reese should be next. What do you think?
I don't think so because I think Ruiz could potentially spoil that whole trilogy thing. Okay. I mean, we saw how you could be Wilder, I think, by pressure and just not let him have the distance and not giving him time to think. Mm-hmm. I think that's. We have a trainer here. He's going to give us his opinion, but I think that was the plan, right? Not let Wilder think, not giving him that distance, fight him on the inside, and just pressure the shit out of him. And I think that worked for Fury.
All right. So, like you said, nothing's really happened. I mean, I know that, what's his name fought, right? The kid, the Mexican...
Oh, Brandon Lee?
Brandon Lee won.
Yeah.
In Showtime. That was the only card that really played. But I'm going to talk about what's hot in boxing right now. Well, what's hot is that everything that was set up to be got canceled.
Right.
So, are we going to get Saunders Canelo now? I mean, it looks like we're not. Let's be realistic.
They're talking about delaying it to June. To postponing it to June.
So no va a haber pelea 5 de mayo. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
Probably not.
Okay, so we're good with that. All right. So Canelo wanted to make the announcement. He didn't make the announcement.
Well, no, most likely not because they do need that time to promote it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which takes me to the next hot item. Eddie Hearns does not care, bro.
What happened?
He is still promoting fights. He had a presser on Saturday for Usyk Chisora, bro.
Where is that fight taking place?
It's going to take place in England, bro.
In England.
So he's really pushing that. So are you excited about Usyk Chisora?
But I think it's the president over there, the leader, what do you call him? Not the president.
No, the prime minister.
The prime minister. He's taking the precautions, I guess. That's why. But
see, even the UFC is throwing fights out there, bro. It seems like everybody's okay in the UK. But I heard the numbers in the UK for the coronavirus are kind of high, bro. So
at first, Trump had banned like the travel from Europe over here.
Yeah.
But they weren't included in it.
No.
But now they are.
Oh, now they are?
Yeah,
good, bro. No me los traigan, porque si traen el coronavirus, no lo queremos aquí. All right. So the next one, bro, I'm going to give you, and it happened yesterday. Mm-hmm. Ryan Garcia tweeted that he wants Gervonta Davis now, not in the future, now.
Not ready, Ryan. You're not ready for that right now.
Well, no. I was going to say this. Is this a tweet just, like, what do they call it? Click bites or whatever, click things or whatever. What is it?
Promoting the fight for a future.
Right? But we all know there's no fight going to happen right now.
Not only that, this is not even a question of him being ready. Why would a promoter on both sides make this fight happen now? I think it's just, Ryan's not even a champion yet. Let the fight marinate. Let it gain,
champ, bro.
Yeah, let it gain more steam, and I think he'll make more money in the future. And I don't think he's ready for him yet.
You don't think he's ready?
Not yet. I mean, look, dude. I mean, we can't go by 2 fights that he knocks people out in 1 round, dude. I mean, we need a guy that's gonna put Ryan into the 10th, 11th round. That's really gonna pressure him and give him a fight. We haven't seen Ryan in that position. It would be a mistake to put Ryan in with Tank, and Tank being that guy that drags him to 9, 10 rounds. And put Ryan into deep waters where he's never been before. I think that's too risky. I don't think Golden Boy would do that. I think that's just Ryan promoting the fight.
All right, I'm going to give a shout out.
Promoting himself.
Eric Ramirez, the only live show still in the world. Hey, bro, like I said, I'm going to keep on doing it until the government's maybe coming right now, bro. I hear the fucking sirens, bro. So until they stop,
we got another case, guys.
I'm gonna do it. We got another case. Albert Baker says Ryan beats Davis.
Maybe, but not right now.
Ramirez says I miss boxing. I agree with you. That's what Albert Baker says. Fight in jail. Gervonta Davis. Garcia Davis. Fight in jail. What the hell are you talking about?
That's Adrian Broner, dude.
Adrian Broner.
No, but Tank too.
All over. I know. But let's see. All right, man.
Could Tank be another Adrian Broner?
No, bro. No. I mean, he's a little like him, but I think that Tank Davis needs to learn. I did put. Let me talk about it because a lot of people are kind of giving me hate mail, but I put the. Did you know that Gervonta? No. It's the
Broner.
Adrian Broner has been arrested 10 times. I put the 10 mugshots on my Instagram today. I called it Faces of Adrian Broner. All right, but I wanted that. I wanted the comical side of it. But people got hurt, dude. Like, I was doing something. Actually, if you read the comment, I said, I want him to get help. I think he's a unique talent, bro. I think he puts butts in the chairs. No, he does, bro. Oh. When he fights, Adrian Broner fights, people watch it. So I think he's a unique talent, bro. But I think he needs to get his head straight. And I hope Adrian Broner's watching this because I'm the only live show still alive, according to people. If you're watching, bro, get the help. Get the counseling. Get the assistance, bro, you need. Because I think you still have plenty of work that you could do in boxing. But I need you to be straight, man. I need you to not be doing all this crazy stuff that you're doing, man. I don't even want to comment on why he's arrested because I don't care. I'm not going to focus on negativity, man. I just focus on positivity.
You're just going to do a post on him, right?
I just did a post. It's called the 10 Faces of Adrian Broner, bro. That's it. But it's humor.
But you could expect people to get upset. Come on.
Yeah.
It could be looked at that you're poking fun at him.
It's okay, man. I don't mind. All right. Adrian, Carlos Orozco says Adrian is on his way over there right now. Hey, gracias, Carlos. Did you send him the
Well, you know what? We'll call the cops on his ass.
Yeah, we will. I have that.
Put him back in jail.
The cops. All right, man. Yeah. So, with that said, I think we're ready, right? I've been waiting for the Road Warrior to come back. Oh, you're scared of it, bro. You're scared of it. No, you gotta take that, bro.
No,
that's medicine for you.
No, I'm gonna drink it,
all
but
right.
It tastes like shit.
Oh, all right. Here we go, man. With that said, welcome back to the rundown.
Ooh.
The former WBA, IBF Super Bantamweight champion.
What did you name?
The one and only.
You got a nickname.
I gave him the Road Warrior.
Yeah.
He's known to everybody in the world as the babyface assassin, Danny Roman, and his trainer, Eddie Gonzalez. To the rundown. Get in here, guys. Get in here. You're over there, Eddie. You're over there. Oh, they're over there. Xavier's only doing fist bumping. I shook their hands. I gave them all hugs, bro. Right, coronavirus, bro.
He's the athlete, man. He has more to do.
All right. Okay. Condolences to Floyd. Oh, yeah. I forgot to do that. Yeah. I forgot that, guys. Biggest condolences to Floyd Mayweather Jr. on his loss. You know, his baby mama. You know, mother of his children. Canelo gave him the love. Everybody gives him the love, man. I mean, prayers, champ, prayers. Welcome back to the rundown, Danny. Come on down, man.
Thank you, Ruckus.
All right, I have Eddie. Eddie, you're in here, man. The hot seat.
So Thank you, my man. Thank you for having us back.
Hey, I'm always happy to have you guys back. When I say Danny and Eddie are like family, I mean it. I was talking to you guys earlier. I was talking to Xavier. I was talking to Caesar. By the way, guys, don't forget, our location right now is Downtown Barber Shop. Make sure you guys check them out. Follow them on Instagram. We will put a story, right? Yeah, we'll put a story, and then make sure you guys follow, guys, because this is good, the best barber shop. We're still working on the bar, and we're going to have a bar. What do you think about that, Eddie?
Nice.
And Danny, we're going to have a bar here, guys.
Really?
You saying that we're going to have girls there and everything.
Oh, I'm saying. Okay, we're going to have girls here. Are you guys going to want to be here when we have two girls serving us drinks? We're going to serve you guys water, bro. I'm not going to serve you.
You can serve me the girls. Forget about the
drinks. Serve me the girls. All right, there you go. Hey, I like Eddie, man.
Now we know what keeps him young. Exactly. He said two things. He doesn't drink, and when you mentioned his...
Yeah. No. But I mean, that's youthful. That's youthful. You know what I mean? That's youthful. Okay, Carlos Garcia says, the babyface assassin. Tony Sandoval, the babyface assassin. Nice studio. Mike Styles. All right, man. All right. Well, Danny, welcome back to the show. I had you on the show when you came back from defending your WBA belt. I remember that. You had just landed Sunday, and you were on the rundown on Monday when you defended your title for the first time.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, now, I remember.
Please tell us what has happened for them. I know what has happened, but I want Danny to tell you guys what has happened, and Eddie to tell you guys what has happened since that time.
Well, that was my second time in Japan.
In Japan.
That's my first defense. After that, I had the mandatory against Moises Flores in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Then
you came back over here, no?
No, Gavin McDonald.
Chicago, yes.
And then TJ Doheny. So we have a total of four title defenses.
4 times. I was against it. Yeah, me estás leyendo las notas, bro. All right. So you guys have 4 title defenses after the last time we seen you. Oh no, 3 after we saw you.
Correct.
3 after I saw you. Now it took you till the 4th one to come back to California,
yes,
to your hometown. So tell me about going to Texas to do the mandatory. Talk to me about going to Chicago, man. And talk to me about all these fans that wanted Danny to be on the rundown, man. How many fans are like on you right now, bro?
Well, I got a lot of fans, especially with this couple last fights and with the unified bout against TJ Doheny. Getting a lot of fans, and it's been good. You know, more people are getting to know who Danny Roman is, and I'm happy for that. I've been to Texas against Moises Flores, a tough guy, tough opponent, but we broke him down, and then after that I went to Chicago against Gavin McDonald, and tough guy, but we broke him down and we took him out.
I mean, I've always told Rodrigo, like all the fighters that we had on the show that I know, I think you're the one that's gotten better as every fight has gone by. He was like, you were not expected to be where you're at right now and have those many title defenses. And what do you attribute that to?
No, well, all the negativity, you know, we use it as a positivity from the team. We always there's always room to improve. We work together with Eddie. We're like a team, you know. We work together good, we're like a family. He knows the game. He breaks down the strategies. You know, I'm right there with both of us working hard, and everything's been going good.
Have you changed anything though, like from early on in your career? What do you think? Was there a shift that you made or a change that you guys made that put you in the next level, like the next?
Well, look, we've always known that Danny had the talent. Maybe the promoters did not want to believe in him. Maybe the fans didn't know who Danny was. But I knew the talent that Danny has always had since he was in the amateurs. Look, Danny had a couple of losses early in his career. We made some adjustments. I told Danny, if we learn from our losses, then we're going to be okay. If we're going to sit down and cry about them, then, you know, this is where we're going to end. But you know something? When they get ready to fight for the elimination bout, we were going there as an opponent. And I told Danny, you're going to dominate this kid. The world's going to get to know who Danny Roman is. And has been nonstop ever since.
Because what I did notice...
I don't think you used those words, bro.
I did.
Oh, no, I thought you... Because I heard another story you said earlier. So...
I want to hear this.
No,
what did I say?
That you told me about, like, the live mic. Did you talk to Danny all PG-13 or did you talk to Danny the rated R version?
You know something? It all depends on the fight. Okay? It all depends on the fight. I mentally prepare myself just like Danny. So I know if he's going to be in trouble, the things I have to do and I have to say, we have to make adjustments. Okay. So I got to the point where I told him, I guess it was the Gavin McDonald fight where there was a round that he slowed down and he was very effective against him. When he came back into the seat, I told him, look, man, you can't handle the guy. Let me know. Get off the stool and let me jump in the ring now, and I'll teach you how to do it. He goes out there, he knocked him out.
All right, now tell me this. When you hear Eddie tell you that, how do you feel, bro?
Come on, bro. No. That's my expression. I was like, so once he tells me that, you know what? If you can't with this guy, I'm gonna have to do the job. I was like, nah, come on, Eddie.
It's the way we interact in the ring. We know each other,
and that's a relationship you guys have, and I appreciate that relationship because there's fighters that, and I'm pretty sure you know Eddie, that you tell them that y van a llorar.
You know that.
I know that.
Look, I'm really competitive, okay?
Right.
I'm very competitive. I'm very competitive with them. I work out with them, and I mean, I go one by one, push-up by push-up, sit-up by sit-up, mile by mile. I go in there with them. I teach by example. I'm not one of those coaches that I'm just going to say, hey, do this, do that. No. If I can do it, I told you my age. I'm 58 years old, and I stay up there with them.
When he told me that, I mean, hey, I'm good with Eddie. I never asked anybody their age. Eddie said that. I was like, cut it out, Eddie. You're 58, man. This guy is in better shape than myself. You know what I mean?
Easy.
I don't know about that, Eddie. Come on, man. I'm a bodybuilder, bro. All right. But I'm going to give you a shout out. Greg Gutierrez says, el mejor de la 122. What do you think about that?
Sí, señor.
The best of the division.
Well, let me see. They want me, I guess. They want you closer to the mic, Eddie. All right. Sean Fitzpatrick says, Eddie brings the motivation. Now, I do believe that. I believe both of you guys complement each other because like you said, he's a hard worker. I mean, I get it that you're a hard worker, but I've seen Danny at the gym, man. You don't need to be motivated. I don't think you need somebody to tell you, like, you got to go run. I don't believe that, man. I think you're a person that knows what they want. You're a hard worker, man. You've done it since, like, I met you the first time, bro. I've never seen anybody that just... Oh, I do a few... I'm going to tell you this. I know 5 boxers like him. 5. And I've done a lot of interviews that I see them at the gym, man, and they're just doing it on their own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've seen trainers that are on you guys. You know what I mean? But I think, like you said, Eddie, you're leading by example. And by that saying, is you guys have gotten all these great results. You know, all these great results. Now,
the work ethic and I think the humbleness. You remind me of Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I was
think
going to say.
you two guys are like the most humblest, some of the hardest working boxers that I know. Like Leo Santa Cruz.
And who works out together sometimes? You too.
Yeah.
They used to work out together, bro. That's what I said. I know 2 guys that are for sure like that, man. So I always used to see guys. Now, I have a question that I think the fans would like to know. And Eddie brought it up. When you went for the eliminator, you were still a contender. You were a contender. Like Eddie says, you guys were a contender. Now, when you became the champ, now you're defending. What's harder for a boxer? To be a contender and get to the top, or to be the champ and defend your belt? Like, what gives you more pressure? And also for you, the trainer. You know what I mean?
I will say being the champion and defending the belt. It's because you could get to the top, but like you gotta maintain yourself right there, and that's the hard part. Because you got a lot of hungry guys like I was at that position, and you know, I remember the time I was just waiting for a chance to get for the world title, and I took advantage of that. And I know there's guys like that as well. So you know, I had to be even more ready than what I was before being a champion.
Eddie.
Well, what can I tell you, man? Look, Danny's the hardest worker I ever known. Okay? And by Danny making it to the top, just like I made it to the top.
I made it to the top too. And I've decided my 5 cents on that.
Look, there's nothing that satisfies me more than having Danny make those 4 defenses. And we worked in each one of those title defenses like if we were just fighting for our first fight or second fight. We were nothing. We're still nothing. We haven't gained the goals that we want to achieve or that Danny wants to achieve. There's more good things coming for Danny, trust me.
Well, can you talk to us about some of those goals?
You know, we can talk about all of that, of course. You know, I mean, you guys ask the questions, we'll answer to the best of our ability, as honest as we can. And but there's a lot of good things coming his way. We're not done.
And that's what I was going to say. I don't think the Danny Roman, the babyface assassin, the rundown nickname that we gave you, the Road Warrior, I don't think your trip is done, bro. I think we're just starting, brother. I think that we have great things coming in the future. I believe it. And when I say I believe it, it's like I'm going to ride with you guys because I've always been with you guys since day one, you know what I mean? I remember when I went to Maywood. No, it wasn't Maywood. It was Azteca, where I had the interview with you. The first time. Danny is actually the first fighter that I interviewed when I got into this game, guys. So when I went to Azteca, man, I mean, to me, I was telling you guys off camera, it just feels like when you succeeded, Danny, I was part of it. You know what I mean? I wasn't the champ, but when you made it, it was like, damn, we made it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was so happy inside, bro.
It's a whole different story than watching somebody on TV win a fight as opposed to getting to know the person, watching them since you first turned pro and seeing them win something like that. It's like you feel like you're part of it, you know?
I'm going to give you a question from the audience, bro. Albert Baker says, is he going to get the Vargas fight, the WBC ranked number 1? Ranked him number 1.
Is that a question for me or for Danny?
It says for you guys, both of you.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Eddie, get it.
Look, Danny's the number 1 right now. He's the mandatory for Vargas. Woo-hoo. That is a fight that we want. Well, actually, we wanted the rematch first, but I know it's not going to happen because MJ has to defend against Iwaza, which is mandatory, he was our mandatory as well. So we have to wait for that fight to happen before we get to a rematch. So right now, our goal is to pursue that fight with Vargas. We have reached out already. So we're just waiting for a promoter to start giving us some results. So Vargas is a target right now. And we want to have this fight early summertime.
Okay. Since you brought up the Vargas, I think you want to hit him with this question. I think you want to hit this one.
I just don't like
Are you nervous about that other guy they call the Vaquero?
No.
No.
Navarrete, no.
Danny, ¿te gusta Navarrete para un tiro?
Yeah, why not? Porque
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, we talked to a promoter, and I told him, it's not Vargas, get us Navarrete. We'll take either one. I know Danny can beat either one of those guys.
Damn!
We understand the situation with Navarrete. We understand the situation, but trust me, there's a lot of flaws on him that we can take advantage of. I don't think Navarrete has really fought. He has 4 or 5 title defenses. Right. And I'm not knocking him down or anything. No. With all due respect to him, he is a good fighter. And he's there, and he's in the position that he is because he's a good fighter. But all of his title defenses, 5 title defenses in a year or less than a year, really, who has they put in front of him? Danny's every single defense that he had, he was a top-rated fighter. And we want to continue. We want to continue fighting those top contenders. That's what we want. That nobody else. Danny is not here to waste time, and he has repeated that many of times. But I'll let Danny add to that.
Yeah, it's stable. I've been challenging him since I was champion. And if the opportunity comes, why not? I'm here to fight the best. But if it was up to me, I want that rematch against MJ.
I know there's no such thing as an easy fight, but out of those two, Vargas and Navarrete, who do you think would be, maybe easy is not the right word, but the easier fight for you guys?
Probably the most complicated would be Navarrete because of his style. Vargas is more of a stylish fighter. So, I think Danny can complement a better fight with him because it'll be a technical fight. And Navarrete, you definitely have to be careful with his awkwardness. Very awkward. But he's completely open when he launches in.
A lot, right?
And that's Danny fights up the middle, most of his fights, so he'll catch him coming in, I believe, with ease on that.
Man, Tony Sandoval took my question. I had that question next. But I'm going to ask it from Tony, even though I had that question. You read my questions, man. Okay. Tony Sandoval, why did Danny take dangerous MJ fight coming out of an injury? So they're asking you that question. You had an injury.
Yes.
I'm going to add up a little bit. Danny did have an injury. And then coming off the injury, you go right to this MJ fight. Why did you take it, I guess? Tony's going to get credit for it, but I had it on my notes.
Well, no, the fight was scheduled last year in September. He was a mandatory for the WBA. So, I wanted to take the fight because the belts cost me a lot to get them. I just didn't want to leave them like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm the type of guy that I'll fight anybody that they put in front of me. Okay. So that's we talked with my trainer manager, mm-hmm. and I told him my opinion, what I thought about it, and so we ended up taking the fight.
Let me add to that. Okay. Look, I did not want the fight for Danny. I actually suggested Danny to drop the belt. Danny's a true fighter. He told me, Eddie, it took me a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice to win this title. I don't want to just give it up like that. We knew we could beat MJ. Okay? I didn't want to fight. Not because we were afraid or anything, but I truly believe that he did not earn the shot for a world title. There's other guys out there that did the work, mm-hmm. and made it to the top and rated themselves fighting. This kid comes in with 6-7 fights, and he's already rated as a mandatory. Who did he beat? Nobody. The toughest fighter that he beat was one of my guys, which was Isaac Zarate. And Zarate was not even ranked. They ranked him I later found out that he was ranked. How? I have no understanding how. But anyway, the fight was made. He was a mandatory, and then he didn't want to leave his titles. He didn't want to let him go just like that. So Danny, actually, let me tell you what, Danny wanted to fight with the injury before we postponed. And I told him, you got to be crazy, Danny. I'm not going to put you up there with that. Danny got upset with me because I postponed the fight. He wanted to go through with it. So, just to tell you,
True heart of a warrior, bro.
he is. He is. He is one of the true fighters out there that will fight anybody. And credit should be given to Danny for that.
And I'm gonna say that yeah, I'm with you on one end because you're looking at it as a manager. You know what I mean? Saying, you know what? Maybe we want to drop the belt, but I commend you, Danny. You know what I mean? Because you said, no way. It took so much for me to gain this belt that I took the fight. And I want you guys to listen to this, man. There's other champions that say, you know what? I'm coming off an injury. I'm going to take a pre-fight before that. You know what I mean? Because you could, as a champion, you could say, you know what? I'm just coming off an injury. Let me get a guy that is not so dangerous. Because did you know anything about him, man? I mean, this guy, even though he's 6-0, he has an extensive amateur record. You know what I mean? MJ had an extensive amateur record. So you really don't know him. I mean, like I was telling Danny, I mean, it's hard to picture a guy from that type of background, you know what I mean? And they're coming out of nowhere, man. This guy's from Eastern Europe. They're coming out of nowhere, man. They have so many fights that you don't even know. They're ready for the pros, you know what I mean? So I commend you for taking the fight, Danny. I commend you because you could have taken an easier path, but you said, I'm going to take on the biggest one. And that shows a lot of heart, guy. That shows what a lot of warriors in this sport sometimes don't do. But Danny did it, and that's a true champion right there, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
What did you feel the adjustments you could make for that rematch so you guys can come out on top?
Yeah. Well, the first 3 rounds, I was studying them a little bit more defense. I think if I start early, we might take them out.
Yeah, because
Earlier,
that's seniority
yes.
and they're not used to the pressure, right? Like,
Look, Danny can adjust to any fight, to any style. I know Danny will make the proper adjustments. I have to make the proper adjustments in the strategy.
right.
I don't think MJ can make any adjustments. He fights one way, and that's the only way he knows how to fight. Yeah, he has all the amateur experience, but Danny showed that he can deplete his condition and took his punching power away.
Was it a split decision?
Yes.
A split decision.
Coach Ricardo Ruiz Moreno, you guys know him from Maywood, says, saludos desde Maywood. So he's giving me a shout out. And I was going to say this. I saw the fight. I've seen the fight a number of times. I could see it. Like I said, it's a split decision. The first time I saw it, I was like, damn, you know, you got to beat the champ to be the champ. Did he beat you? I didn't think he beat you. Was he busy? He was busy in the earlier rounds. I think you took it, like you said, you took it away from him. You know what I mean? The later round. But this is where we have, like you said, the politics in boxing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like crazy because I was brought up with that whole philosophy. To beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. Did I feel like you were beaten? I didn't feel like you were beaten. Do I feel like if they would have given you guys a draw, would that have been a bad decision? No, I don't. And like you said, Eddie, you guys know the game plan now to change on them. Can you beat them the next time you fight them, Danny?
Yes. We'll beat them. We'll even stop them.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! There you go. And I know they're watching. I don't know if MJ's watching, but I know Coachella's watching.
That sounds like a man that knows.
Man, look, the fight ended. His team knew. They were concerned. They were concerned. You know, they were not celebrating before the fight. Look, you just mentioned it right now. I truly believe that, at least in the old days, I guess I'm too damn old for this shit, right? So
you say I'm old, bro.
Back in the days, you know, you had to either dominate the champion, hurt the champion, drop the champion, or knock out the champion in order to take the title away from a world champion. Right. He was a unified world champion.
Exactly.
So the way I see things, okay, this kid coming in strong. He was supposed to be a beast. I mean, the odds were against us. Everybody thought it was going to be an easy fight for him. Well, Danny eliminated his punching power within the 3 rounds.
That was the first 3 rounds?
I mean, he made and missed shots. Whoever saw the fight, Danny was rolling with the punches. He was blocking shots, and he was damaging to the body.
A lot of head movement there. There was a lot of head movement and a lot of punches that, and we go back to the fact that sometimes announcers, and I mean, I'm not even going to comment. I mean, but I was going to say, some people fall for the punches when they're not punches. Because there was a punch that they mentioned, and I was like, I never saw the punch because you rolled on it. You know what I mean?
Well, most of the punches were like that.
Like that, yeah. You rolled on them. Yeah.
Not only that, but sometimes he would throw a punch, the punch was blocked, but he has a tendency to push, and he pushes it off balance, and people were thinking that Danny was being hit pretty hard or that he was being hurt. Not at all.
The untrained eye.
Exactly, no, the kid came out pretty strong the first 3 rounds, yeah, and he punches pretty hard because I analyze the fight as I'm going through it and I ask Danny questions, but we made the adjustments, and from the half of the third round on up, we started damaging his body, and he depleted his condition. He was not being the same fighter, that aggressive fighter. He started moving. Who was coming forward? It was Danny. Who was landing the more effective punches, the cleaner punches? Danny. Analyze the fight, and you'll see that.
How does the rematch look, though? Is that going to happen? Is that a possibility?
Well, he has to fight his mandatory, right?
It's boxing, and like I said, it's politics, but anything's possible. Like I said, we can fight either Vargas or Navarrete, gain a world championship again. That fight will happen easily.
Can I just do a public announcement right now, man?
No.
Nancy Rodriguez just said, for those who attended the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame press conference last week, Rollies may have the COVID-19, which is a coronavirus. Please be alert. Symptoms might check in. Saludos, Danny and Eddie from the WBC and Nancy Rodriguez.
Thank you, Nancy.
So, I guess anybody that was at the Hall of Fame ceremony or media, just go get checked, man. If you guys have the symptoms, man, that's it. There's a possibility. There's a possibility. You know what I mean? No, he doesn't have it. I'm not saying he has it, but
No, I'm saying this.
all right.
May have.
Oh, Leon speaks. Hopefully he's okay. Okay, thank you. Don't forget, guys. Please share the share. Hit the share button. That's how we pay the bills. Okay. So MJ's a possibility. We want that rematch. I was gonna tell you that right now. That was my other question. When I say the name MJ Akamadelia, what do you feel, man? What do you feel? What's your feelings like, man?
Did you pronounce the name right?
I can't pronounce that.
Fuck, bro. MJ, whatever, bro.
MJ.
Yeah,
MJ. When I say that, my bad. Bro. When I said MJ's name, how do you feel, Danny?
I want that rematch, man.
Yeah, he wants that
I
rematch.
want that
MJ.
rematch,
Come on, man. Put the little. You look like Rambo, bro, in the media workouts. Man, he's all rambled out, dude.
Was he your toughest fight?
No.
Like in the last 4
My toughest fight, I'm gonna have to say it was the unified fight against TJ Doheny.
Dude, Doheny, bro. Oh, yeah,
That's the man.
That was
At the forum, guys. Come on, man.
Much love and respect for him.
Watch that fight, guys, for real. Watch Danny Roman versus Doheny, man. Watch that fight, man, if you guys really want to see what a tough fight is. But MJ, man, come on. Let's make it happen. Bro, you don't have to do that mandatory. You have to. Oh, and I wanted to get to that, Eddie. How is it that we have people like Wilder that have a mandatory rematch with Fury for Fury 3, but Danny, who was the unified IBF and WBA champ, has to wait till that guy does his mandatory?
Again, it's politics. Look, Danny, since he won the world title, he has defended the title against the mandatories over and over again. We can never get in easy fights. We cannot just take a fight like say, okay, let's just rest up a little bit on the fight. Mm-hmm. It was always tough fights. But you know something? Again, Danny's is a true fighter. He's gonna fight. He's an old timer at 29. He fights old school. He fights old school.
Woo! What a compliment, man! Right now,
like
I'm gonna read it to you guys. Robert Garcia, trainer,
So Robert
says a draw would have been a good decision, man. He said that before I guess you guys don't have a really good relationship, but he was cheering for you, man. He was cheering for you.
he was actually at the
Dressing room.
At the dressing room. He was cheering for you, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we go back to this, Eddie. Like, to be and Robert, chime in, man.
That's the guy who knows boxing.
That's the guy who knows boxing. We don't know boxing, bro. Me and you don't know boxing, but Eddie, how long have you been in boxing, Eddie?
I've been in boxing since 1973.
1973, okay? I know he knows boxing. He's a boxer. We don't know boxing. But we're saying, in order to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And right now we have another trainer, Robert Garcia, saying a draw, he would have gone for it, man. So what's going on with this judges, whatever, man? But like you said, the politics of boxing. And But as long as we're going to get the fights, like you said. And I'm surprised, Danny. I mean, a lot of other fighters would have said, you know what? Let's take a soft fight next. But you're saying you're calling out the big boys. You're calling out the Vargas. You're calling out the Navarretes. You're calling out MJ. MJ, come on, man. Get back to it, Danny. Cut it out.
Battle holders at that weight.
Now, Danny, let me ask you this, bro. Everybody's doing it. So, Danny, everybody's doing it, man. Everybody's moving up on weights. Are you looking to move up on weight? Everybody moved up, man. Everybody wants to be like a 126. Only Danny and I can make 122. Right now, I'm like about 222.
Actually, Danny can hit 118.
I think.
Oh, damn!
I think with a good diet, I think I could go down to 118. Yes.
Who's there at 118?
All the big boys.
Inui?
All the big little boys.
Inui?
You know, you got El Chacal.
Vamos.
Neri. Well, Neri not anymore, right? Yeah.
I was con Neri, bro, porque Neri está tainted. You like Neri, though.
Inui he seemed human when he fought down there.
Dude, I was in Japan when he fought his last fight in Japan, dude.
Oh,
it was bad.
Cuando se la rayaron?
Dude, Danny and I, hey, check this out. Danny and I were not Mexicans at that moment. No, because chinga tu madre, güey. They were like all the Japanese calling him out. Yeah, to Neri, man. It was crazy.
Damn, man. All right. Robert Garcia agrees with us. He says, in order to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. So he agrees.
Thank you, Robert.
Elizabeth Sanchez says, great show, guys.
Thank you.
You have a lot of fans, Danny. Now, we want MJ. We want to get him. You said, like you said, you want that rematch, MJ. Cut it out, man. Stop playing games. I'm going to call you out every show. Remind me every show. I'm going to call him out. MJ. Danny Roman. I'm going to do it every show now.
We'll figure him out after the third round, man.
Agmadalia. Oh, I said it right. Agmadalia. Did I say it right? I said it right, dude. Hey, I'm almost Middle Eastern, bro. No, it says AKH. Agmadalia.
Agmadalia.
I don't know. That's his first name, bro. Everybody calls him MJ, bro.
That's yours like MJ, first and last.
All right. No manches, bro. Yeah. Agmadalia, yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Danny, what's the plan for 2020, man? Besides the coronavirus. No, I mean, everybody fucking, it's all panicado, but what's the plan for 2020? For Danny and for Eddie. Let me know, man. What's the plan?
Well, like Eddie said, I'm the mandatory for the WBC, and that fight gonna happen. We got Vaquero Navarrete, and we got the rematch. El que caiga primero, you know.
Tíraselos en español. Okay, vamos a ver. Tíraselo a Vargas y a Navarrete. Shoot them out, dude. Shoot them out right now.
Estoy rankeado número 1 para la CMB. Y hay que hacer esta pelea a Rey Vargas, darle a la gente lo que quiere ver. Si no, a Navarrete, aquí estoy también. Vamos a hacer esta pelea, darle a la gente lo que quiere ver. 2 mexicanos a una guerra. Vamos.
Y hay tiro.
We're making a clip and we're going to tag him on him.
Yeah, we're going to tag him on it. Yeah, we're going to tag you on it, bro. Hey, Rey, ya, déjale estar ahí peleando con todos los demás. Peleó contra los 118. He's fighting 118 fighters, right?
No.
No, Rey. Rey was fighting guys that were 118 and they were going up to fight him.
I'm not sure about that, but.
Well, yeah, right.
But look,
Negrete was a.
Look, Rey Vargas is a warrior.
Oh, the kid is. Eddie.
He's a warrior. No, he's a warrior, and we have to respect him. You know, he wanted to fight Danny when Danny was a champion. There's no difference right now. We don't feel like we're not champions anymore. You know, if he fights Danny, he's coming into a high-profile fight for himself. Let's go ahead and let's take the opportunity and make a great fight.
And it's a name.
It's a name. That's what I'm saying.
Not only the name for him. I mean, is that like a challenge for you going against like Nacho Beristain, legendary?
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's a lot of knowledge.
No, I'm just saying.
There's a lot of knowledge. You know, I mean, and believe it or not, sometimes fighters they hype themselves up to that fight, just like trainers. I believe they hype up themselves to meet another great trainer. You know. I mean, the strategies, you know, game plans. Sure, why not?
I know Robert Garcia had that with Freddie Roach, right?
Yeah. Oh, pero ya se lo chingó. No. Saludos a mi prima Yadira. Saludos a Guadalajara. Toda la gente de Guadalajara. Saludos, y especialmente a mi prima Yadira. Okay, but let me say this. And you're right. You're going to be fighting a legendary. Like, if that fight gets made, okay, let's say. you fight a legendary trainer. Best trainer, right?
Best trainer, one of the best trainers in history.
In history. Eddie, cuando lo tengas ahí enfrente, because, you know, he's mal hablado, dude. That old man is mal hablado.
Yo también.
Eso, Eddie. Ya te iba a decir, ok.
Pregúntale al papá de Leo Santa Cruz.
Órale, ok. Lo bueno que va a haber buena press.
No, los Santa Cruz son de respeto para ellos.
No, yeah.
Mis respetos.
Hopefully he's doing good right now, man.
Sí.
He's good. Okay, so Rey Vargas is the one that you like better than... out of both of them, you like Rey better or Emanuel?
El que caiga primero.
El que caiga primero. Oh, shit. Top rank. Stop fighting Emanuel every month. Yeah, whoever wants to smoke. Rey Vargas or Emanuel Navarrete. Let's get it, man. Come on.
Danny's not ranked on the WBO. He's ranked on the IPF, the WBC, and the WBA. Not on the but I'm still sure that fight can be made.
Te voy a decir algo, espérate. But when I put Rey Vargas versus Danny Roman, Rey Vargas, Vaquero versus... He replied. Dijo que le quería entrar con Danny.
Perfecto.
Cuando eras campeón.
Sí.
So, órale, Vaquero, ya está. You know, he's calling you out because I made the post for both of them to fight. And he replied to my post, so...
Excellent.
There you go. Get it going, bro. Johnny Miranda Jr. says, hey, guys. What's up, bro?
You said WBO doesn't rank them. I mean, how high do they rank? Or 1 through 10?
1 through 15, I believe.
And he's not ranked?
He's not ranked with them. Yeah.
At all?
No, again, it plays the politics, you know, but that's okay. Look, nothing's been
They
handed.
rank me, bro. I want to
132.
They ranked at number 1, but that's one from the last. 2000.
Woo! Got him. All right. So, our plans are to fight a lot of people. Oh, no. Good fights for 2020. Are you guys looking to do 2 fights or 3 fights this year?
Look, Danny's always been a stay busy fighter, except for the last year, I believe. He only had last year we
just did one.
We only did one fight.
Injury.
Prior to that was 2 fights, and we wanted 3 fights because we used to doing 3-4 fights a year.
Yeah,
you know, this year it looks like it might be only 2 fights. But if we can stay busy and do all 3 fights in the year, yeah, why not?
Let me ask you this: ¿Cómo se siente estar con the zone, dude? I heard a lot of people get treated good in the zone.
The zone treats you good.
Hey, Eddie, shoot them to us, bro. Porque el show que tienen allá, I'm talking serious, bro. The show they got in the zone is weak.
The zone has a lot of money right now.
Shoot me some money, man.
They,
Trabajamos por qué, Caesar? Por piso, pretty much.
we have no complaints. We have no complaints. You know, so
no complaints. A lot of people like the zone, man.
No, we have no complaints. So
now, are you guys looking forward? Because I know that with this whole coronavirus and everything, people are not fighting. They're canceling fights. But Eddie Hearn, which you guys work with him, right? He's still doing fights. Would you guys look forward to fighting in the UK right now? Or you guys would take precautions right now?
Well, with this virus going on, I mean, everybody's worried about it. You know, like it might end up being canceled, the fights over there as well, in this coming weeks. So once everything's settled down, you know, I've been to Japan. You know, I'm willing to go anywhere to fight.
preventive measures are always good to put in place. Okay, right now we're going through this trouble.
Yeah.
You know, then we have to control it, and each one of us have to put in a little bit to make sure. You know, I make fun of it myself, but on the serious side, you know, you have to take care of things.
¿También tienes miedo, Eddie?
No.
No tienes miedo. No, la fe.
Los de Michoacán no tenemos miedo.
We have faith.
Well, especially he's an athlete. I mean, that's how you make your money.
Oh, yo pensé que Eddie diga, ay, güey. I know Eddie's in shape, bro, but a trainer's an athlete, no?
Of course.
No, he just said that he'll outwork your ass any day of the week, dude.
I'll outwork your ass right now. All right?
I'll work out Danny any day of the week.
Oh! I'm Eddie. I'm going to have a show just specially dedicated for Eddie. He's got some stories. All right, Danny. Okay, ahí te va. Luis Montelongo Jr. says, Danny, you could beat Agmadalia in a rematch. First fight could have been a draw. The same thing I said, bro. Órale. Thank you for repeating my comments, homie. But what do you think?
No,
the fans believe the same thing, man?
I agree, and I'm positive that I'll break him down and I'll take him out. I feel like I could take him out this fight.
So you must
the
have seen
rematch.
something later in that fight. Did you hear him when you were going to the body? Was he grunting? Was there something there that you saw that makes you believe you could stop him in the rematch?
Once I started going to the body, I felt that first rounds. I felt him really strong. Once I started going to the body, breaking him down, I felt he slowed down a lot.
Blandito?
Yeah, because you're like we could only see what we see on TV, right? You're there. I mean, I'm sure you could, and your trainer, you could see.
Yeah,
A lot
no.
more.
A few adjustments I think we need to improve. I think, like I said, he's a tough fighter.
So-
But I feel like we can stop him.
Check this out.
Let me ask you this. Did you guys see yourself losing?
No,
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 No, I gotta ask, bro. I gotta ask.
No.
Because, I mean,
no. It was a close fight,
Okay.
but I believe I won the fight.
All right.
Oh, you mean like after the fight?
Yeah, after the fight. That's what I'm saying. If you saw the fight again and they feel that.
it was a close fight, but
I mean, I saw it close. I been watching.
you saw the 12th round. Then he was
Yeah.
fresh. He was on him.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
then he could have gone 2-3 more rounds
I
without
was
a
like,
problem.
yeah, no,
Here, check
it's
this out.
old
So,
school, man.
so
15 rounds, man.
Danny does one fight in the entire year, and goes through the injury. Okay. He fights in January. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of deficiency on Danny, right? So what we did, look, I told Danny, look, Danny, let's work out the first 3 rounds. Easy. Let's see what he has. You know, let's try to damage his abdominal section, and let's see if we can diminish his condition, and then take over from the 3rd round on up. And that's basically what Danny did. You know, so we didn't want him to start so quick because we want to see how his shoulder was going to respond. You know, once we saw that, I told him, then you need to start picking up the pace. That's what he started doing. That's when he started working the body attack on MJ.
Now, the injury. You just said it was a shoulder injury. Did you feel any pain during the fight?
No.
So you're good.
Yes,
You're 100% now.
yes.
But I think, like you said, Eddie, if you would have been like, you know, I mean, the injury happens when?
It happened early August.
Early August. Then you're off for how long?
I think Danny came back to the gym in mid-November, late November.
Oh, man. Seriously? And you take a fight like that in January? No manches. This guy has balls, dude.
Well, they were
Can I say that? All right.
but
Look at you, 'cause I was like,
but you know something,
oh, yeah, basketball.
Rodrigo, you know something that they talked a lot of smack. You know,
Did
they did.
Is that what got you guys? That they were talking about?
It got Danny, didn't get me.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I know better than that.
Okay.
But it got to Danny, and Danny really wanted
Who was
to.
doing the talking?
MJ's team. They, you know, I mean, his manager talking that Danny was afraid that he faked the injury.
Yeah, I
And
heard all that.
it's really ignorant of his part to say that because they're athletes, right? Especially in the boxing game.
Yeah,
These guys can get injured at any time, and that was Danny's first injury. And like I said, Danny wanted to fight, and I told him, "You're not going to fight like this." Danny got upset. I said, "I don't give a damn what you do, Danny. I got to protect your interest. I got to protect your health. If you go in there with that, you might end up getting knocked out, and we don't want to do that." So, but they talked a lot, and that Danny was afraid. Well, I'm shooting this right back at them, you know.
Is
MJ,
he
Danny,
afraid?
Danny gave you the opportunity. Do not be afraid and give him the rematch. Otherwise, you're not a good representative of those world titles. Because Danny came through, even though he did not have to. And he came through and gave you the shot.
I'm gonna make it a little bit harder. Who was the one talking smack over there in this team?
Everybody.
And you don't know the name?
I don't know their names. No.
Okay. MJ's team.
Is
If you guys were talking smack about Danny not wanting to fight you, well, not the rundown's talking smack about you not wanting to give him the rematch.
I told you not to get him burping.
Okay, so MJ, Academia, I'm gonna tell you this. Academia, what's that? Okay, Coach Joel, what's his canal name, dude?
Antonio.
Antonio, let's make it happen, bro. Come on, man. I see you guys all the time. Tell MJ, Danny's waiting for the rematch. Let's make the phone calls. Let's make it happen. Here on the rundown, make a clip about that. I'll post it myself, bro. Don't worry about it. MJ, Danny's hunting for you. We want the rematch, bro. There you go.
Is Igis Klimas his manager?
I'm not sure what their names are.
Because that guy has like big batch of Eastern European fighters.
That's all fine and dandy. That doesn't stop
Yeah.
the challenge here, to MJ. Again, and we respect him, and we're not going to disrespect him anyway. No, we're not. But what I'm saying, they did a lot of talking.
I did hear all that. Shit
Okay,
talking, yeah.
so now it's our turn to request for that rematch. And if he is a true warrior, then he's got to come up, step up to the plate, and really show if he's really the athlete that they said that he was.
Right? He gave him the opportunity.
Absolutely. Danny didn't have to fight him.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I was amazed that you guys took a fight like that because coming off an injury, you usually want to take a setup fight. You know what I mean? Like they call it setup fights, which is an easier fight. But you took the fight, man. I mean,
look,
mad respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to, Eddie. You didn't have to do that. And you, Danny, you didn't have to do it. Now, besides boxing, man, because man, you guys are getting me pumped up, bro. I'm calling out MJ. He's gonna probably find me somewhere. All right. What are your thoughts right now, man? What are you going through? Like, you want to give a message to society, bro? Like, what's happening? That I know you have faith and you're a person that has a lot of faith. You want to give a positive message to people right now besides boxing?
Yes, no, with especially this virus going around, this disease. Wash your hands, be sanitized, and.
Que no compre todo el toilet paper. Está pasando ya.
I mean, don't panic. I know it's a big thing, but like, don't panic. Be in control. Take care of your family and those that need the help as well. No, don't keep everything to yourself. You got something extra. Help those that no tienen. That doesn't.
Don't panic. I think that's take it seriously, but don't panic because it creates.
Makes it worse.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just crazy, man.
I went to my mom's house before I came my teeth.
Thank you.
There was no toothpaste, so I did it. But they said they went to the store and there was no toothpaste there.
Wow.
Are you serious? People, you're not gonna eat the toothpaste, man. Come on now, cut it out. It was just funny, man, because before I came, I went and got the bourbon. You gotta get this bourbon, you drink bourbon here. I'm not drinking beer. I'm trying to keep the LBs down, guys, right now, so I'm drinking bourbon. But what I was saying is this. I was tripping out on, there's no bread, but there's donuts. There's bolillo, bro. I don't know if people don't think that bolillo is bread. I don't know what's going on there, man. I can make me a torta, but I can't make me a sandwich. But what I'm saying is this, man, do people really take 20 packets of toilet paper, man? ¿Cuánto van a cagar, güey? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
Can you say that?
I can say it. You know what I mean? Like, no se agüiten. All right, man. Yeah. Good cut, man. I messed up Danny's comment, man, about being nice and you guys wash your hands and everything. But you're a true success story, Danny. You're a very true. Well, the whole team is a very success story. If you had any advice that you want to give to the young people and to anybody, man, what is it that you would say, man, right now to them?
First of all, those underage, listen to your parents. Be good to them, love them, take care of them, and those it might not be boxing, but do what you love, so you can enjoy it every day of your life. You'll be happy that you're doing it, and chale ganas, give it all, give it your 100%. If it's not working for you, then move on to something else that you're good at as well.
But don't give up, man.
Yes,
never give up.
Never give up. If something doesn't work, move to the next one, but keep on going forward and be disciplined. Stay away from trouble. For the kids, stay away from trouble and be good.
Broner. Anyways, going back to the whole doing what you love thing, how long have you guys been training together?
I know Eddie since I was 8 years old. I know him all my life. Amateur stuff happens. We went our separate ways. Once I
Me dejó por otro.
No, wait.
We went our separate ways.
Was that a bad breakup?
No.
As soon as I was turning pro, I was like, you know what? Went to the gym, and I asked for Eddie. I went to him. Eddie, let's work again. We got that good friendship, that bond, and let's work together.
Dude, this guy, man, since he was a little kid, I've enjoyed being around him. This guy was so mature at the age of 9 years old. I would speak to him, he speaks like an adult, like, I said, Danny, I like talking to you, man. You're not like any other kid.
Yeah.
You speak like an adult. I'll tell you how much I like this kid. He's my spiritual guy. This kid puts me in my place.
Okay.
When I'm not going nice and straight and narrow, like, hey, dude, you got to do this, got to do that. And it's like, I listen to him. He took a couple of weeks off from the gym, took a break. I missed him. And I said, man, you got to get back, dude, to the gym. I said, man, I need that ass kicking. So you keep me straight. I miss that, He's really good advising me.
Now, is it hard to have that relationship with the fighter?
Not with Danny.
I'm gonna say you've been in the game for a minute. So, how many Danny did you have in your career?
Danny's unique.
There you go.
Danny's unique, without a doubt. And I have Isaac Zarate, which is another kid that I love.
No, and I see you at Thompson the last time, so you had another fighter there, bro. So cut it out. You have fighters. So, but it's a different bond between fighters, bro, like that you build.
Oh, definitely. And Danny's like my son. He's like my kid, and like I say, I call my little brother because he is, but he seems to be the older brother sometimes. Because he's wise. He's very wise, very humble. And he, I think you guys know that he's a very spiritual kid.
Yeah.
Religious kid.
Yeah.
So he knows how to bring the real words to me that will make me that I need exactly.
I was gonna say this, and I'm gonna give you the question, Danny, because I feel that, like he says, you're his little brother, but I think for Thompson Boxing, you're their big brother. All the guys that are right there right now, they all look up to you. And it's weird because Danny acts like he's their big brother. He does mentor them. He does the right things. And I think all the fighters follow behind you because it's crazy to see, but when I go to Thompson, I could tell that all the fighters that listen to Danny, you could tell. You know what I mean? Even though they don't have the same trainer, but you could tell that they all act like Danny, and it's just weird, because you go to another promotion company and everybody does their own thing. But with Thompson, does it feel like you have pressure that you kind of have all these kids that are in Thompson right now that look up to you?
I try to lead by example. I try to I don't think just for myself, I gotta think for the rest that's coming.
Yeah.
So if I gotta be the guy that's gonna open the doors for them, and don't get echarle ganas, and they're gonna see the effort I put on it and the sacrifice I make. And even I had the chance to talk to a few fighters, and I tell them, I don't hide nothing from them. Like, you know what, you gotta stay focused, you gotta work hard, you gotta stay ready, because at any time, like they did to me, they're gonna call you for that chance, and you might not have it by a second chance. So take advantage of the first one, there's no tomorrow. So I try to advise most of them that I get to talk to them.
Did you hear that, bro? Stay ready, dude. So are you telling me that your title fight, you just got the call and said, "Vámonos"?
See, well,
we knew it was coming, or did you? Or that's what I'm asking right now too. Or were you just the guy that got called to replace somebody?
There was a title eliminator for us. We were just called. They called us to be an opponent.
Okay.
Remember when we had the fighters meeting, and I told them that they were going to see a beautiful fighter, and that you were going to dominate Lopez? They laughed at us. They really did.
Who laughed at you, bro?
The crew.
The
crew, and it's like, no, but check this out. But he was supposed to lose, but during the fight, you can hear the commentators saying that.
And they flipped.
But they say Coach Eddie Gonzalez, we're going to see a beautiful fighter, that he was going to give us a excellent boxing lesson, and says he was right. Because again, nobody knew Danny, but I knew what the capabilities of Danny, and he showed him that day. I told him, you're going to shine tonight, and he did.
I really like your combination throwing. nonstop. But not only combination and throwing, you're doing things in there at the same time, defense and everything. So, how many punches do you average a fight?
You guys keep count of that?
No.
It just seems like he throws.
Look, Danny averages somewhere between 900 and 1,100 punches per fight.
Está bravo. Man, you burn a lot of calories, bro.
That's conditioning.
Wonder you guys are skinny, bro. We're all fat. Well, Zero's fat. I'm fit. All right. So.
No, but 900 punches, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of chingo, bro. That's some chingo, dude. That's some chingo calories, man. All right, man. What is something that you've learned from the past, from what you've gone through?
It might not be a second chance. So once you get that first one,
Take advantage of it.
aprovechala. Yeah, take advantage of it.
Well, I think you're getting more than one chance, bro. I think we have Rey Vargas. I think we have Vaquero, Emanuel, what's his name?
Navarrete.
Navarrete. Hey, the bourbon's hitting me, bro. So Navarrete, Vargas, let's make it happen, bro. You know what I mean? There's more than one chance for you, Danny. But like you said, people, if you get a shot, go after it, man. And I believe in that, man. I believe in that.
Yeah. I think you have a lot of good fights to make there. I mean,
hell yeah.
Navarrete, because.
Y luego más que ya no tiró la curva. I was say go up, and he said go down. So we have the monster too. He knew it. He knew it, dude. You hate on it. He could make it. He says he could make the weight.
Check this out. Danny has been fighting at 122 most of his career. He can make 118. I know that because, well, I know. But I know. Mm-hmm. But see, that's the thing. A lot of people they say, oh, Danny has no punching power. Danny actually hits pretty damn hard. Okay? But realize that you have 138, 140 pounders coming down to 122. Danny, the highest he goes today of the fight is 129, 130. Oh, when this guy hydrates himself to 36, 38.
Well, how much do you walk at?
Like 32.
Shit, dude.
He was 32.
That's like one of my legs, dude.
I mean, he's a small 122 pounder. He can make 118.
George Rodriguez, what's up, Eddie and Danny? Cindy Amador, saludos, coach.
Hey, Cindy.
Champ Danny. Boxing for life. Danny, what other sports are you good at besides boxing?
Not running, that's for sure.
Bowling is not a sport, okay?
Come on, Eddie. No.
One pace, Danny.
Wait. What's up with this running? You beat him at running or what?
Nah, he just makes fun of my run, dude.
Dude, he's got one pace.
Oh, does he?
He's got one pace.
I bet you he'll beat you in a race, though.
Bro, I used to run marathons.
Eddie can run. I'm not gonna lie, he can run.
But in a race, you'll beat him.
Oh
in a
no,
race,
I ran cross country as well.
So about 100 meters.
Oh, I can beat him too.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Eddie can run. He can set the pace. Yeah.
We go to Japan, and I told him, Danny, I'm gonna run the whole camp out there with you, and I know how to mark the pace. So and I know how to shift muscles to run more efficient. So I was like pulling him with the pace, slowing him down. Just like if you were doing the round in the fight. And he goes, damn, man, you could run like that. I said, well, dude, I ran marathons. I've always been an athlete, so.
No wonder you didn't take me to Japan. You didn't want me to run with you.
No, but Danny's a very hardworking individual, very hardworking, even though he's got one pace when it runs.
But and you never struggled to make weight. I've never seen Danny sucked up.
Never.
No.
Danny eats and hydrates himself the night before the weigh-in. That's what I'm telling you. He can make 118.
Damn.
So you're saying that at 118, it would actually be an advantage for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he would be a bigger man.
He'll be the bigger man. So, ¿quién te gusta en los 118, bro? Who do you like? You like Chacal or you like Inoue Neri? Let's stay away from him because he's been eating tacos at Tijuana.
Look, anybody they consider the best fighters, top fighters of 118.
So you would go to 118 to make a good money fight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Call him out.
The monster Inoue. Who else? Oh, Chacal. Come on, hermano. Tú sabes. La escuela cubana. Danny will go to 118 to fight you guys. Rey Vargas, Emanuel Navarrete, 122. Pero no te gusta nadie en la 122? Nobody in 122, huh? 126.
126.
Are you ranked at 126? You know how they do, when you move up, all of a sudden you're ranked?
No,
No?
Danny's not ranked there. No.
No, but you know how it's kind of crazy. Like I see like 126 fighters that go to 130, they're already ranked. They're like one fight away from fighting for the title.
I'm not sure how that works. Again, that's got to be politics.
So okay, so,
So-
if you was to go to 126, you'll have to start from.
I'm
The
not
top 10.
I'm not saying that. Maybe they'll rank us if we decide to move up as well. We don't know. But right now we're comfortable at 122. Danny makes 122 without a problem.
Comfortably.
Very comfortable. I'm telling you, I had pictures the day of the press conference on the MJ fight. He was having dinner right there. While he was waiting for the press conference.
What did you guys eat?
Well, he had a big salad. He had a salad, but he was eating.
Bro, you salad, bro. Like me, big dinner means like spaghetti, steak.
It kind of
I balloon, bro. I make like 200 pounds and then I balloon to like 260 the night of the fight.
it kind of
What are you looking at, bro? You weirdo. I'm just messing you, dude.
Can you take the drink away from him, please?
No, but you know what, man? I mean, there's plenty of fights that we can make with Danny. Let's just hope everything gets good with this coronavirus, this whole thing. And if it does, we have some good boxing coming, man. It could either be against the 122 top guys. MJ won the rematch. I'm not going to let it go. Or we could go to 118, man. And I'm saying we, but Danny could go. I can't go to 118. I haven't seen 118 since I was born, probably, bro. You know what I mean? But Danny could go to 118 and give it to you guys, man. To Inoue, to El Chacal. I mean, Neri struggles. I don't even know why he's still in the 118, bro. He's just going 122.
I think Neri moved to 122 already,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
But I think he
Oh!
still missed weight. Who's training him now?
I'm not sure.
Is it Canelo's trainer?
Yeah. Eddie Reynoso has him right now. Eddie. Okay, they threw you 2 matches, bro. A ver qué piensan. Boxing for Life says Roman versus Nietes.
Is that the Filipino?
Yeah.
Okay.
You like it?
Yeah, we like it.
Ooh, they like it, bro. All right, what about Tony Sandoval says Nonito versus Danny? Damn, bro, you guys are all up in the Filipino.
Wow,
mix, right?
that's a hell of a fight.
That's a money fight, bro.
Yeah, everybody thought Donito was done.
gone,
And
and he
my
put
respects to that man. I mean, he's been a hell of a fighter all of his career. Yeah, that's a good fight.
You guys like both those fights?
Yeah, 122. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think the Donaire Inui fight was?
That was
Did
a hell of a
Did
fight.
it show that Inui was not this unstoppable monster, or was it Donaire that he gave his one last good show? What was it?
man, bro. I like Inoue,
No,
cabrón.
I'm saying, in my opinion, I think I'm not down with Inui, but I think he's maybe a little bit just overrated. I think that Donaire, because Donaire,
Damn, bro,
his
you're
last how many
hardcore.
fights has not really.
No. You've
Look,
been on
Donaire was a great
You've
fighter.
been on that topic for a minute.
Actually showed in that fight. Yeah, he ended up with a fracture. He ended up getting hit quite a bit, but he also showed he could box.
Yeah.
He can box. He's a complete fighter. I mean, look, I think they might have underestimated Nonito in the fight, and that he was not going to show up like he did. But come on, man, Nonito has a lot of experience. He's a good fighter. Man. I'm very impressed by him. I've always been impressed by him.
But I'm saying most boxing, people, rioters, they were thinking that Inoue was going to knock him out, and I think that was probably the idea.
Too, bro.
I think the idea was, hey, let's put Inoue in front of him, Donaire, a next guy with the big name in the past, and have Inoue knock him out.
Well,
But that was a Super 6.
check this out. Look, Chocolatito. Everybody was saying, "Hey, Chocolatito."
Oh yeah.
Like he's done, and look what he just did, man. Come on,
Put that guy in his ass, man. And I trained
beautiful,
that
huh?
guy.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, man. So let me ask you this, Danny. Final message to everybody, man. I mean, you could hit up sponsors, you could hit up everything, but give them a final message from you right now, and then I'll give a final message from me.
Thank you. I want to thank all my fans, everybody that supported me since the first day, the new ones. Thank you for your support. The decision didn't go as I expected it to go. I actually thought I won the fight, but we're gonna be back stronger than ever. This it's not gonna bring us down. We gotta take them out. We're gonna take them out, and from here on, we're gonna keep on winning. There's no turning back.
Can we get a commitment for all 4 belts for you, Danny? Hey, if you get the green one, bro, come to the show. If you guys get the green one, come to the show, man, with the green one.
No, yeah, I mean,
Any bill. But I mean, the green one right here with the green top. Come on,
He's
man.
got preferences.
Do you prefer the WBC or
I mean, look.
is there a bout you prefer?
Well, right now, my mind, like, is I want to get that rematch, But like, if this
WBA and the IBF, bro.
this
MJ, call him.
if this opportunity comes first with Rey Vargas, we'll take him. We'll take we'll be happy, and primero Dios todo salga bien, and we'll be back for the next interview.
Because if you fight Rey Vargas, get that belt, then you fight the rematch.
Yeah,
That's
three
still-
belts. That's
three
three
belts.
belts. That's three belts.
That's not considered undisputed, no? Undisputed has to be all four, right?
Undisputed
Yes.
all four, but he would be
Unified.
Plus a little more.
Unified. They'll probably give you the ring belt, which
Oh,
you
really?
hate.
No, I don't hate the ring belt.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying sometimes they put the wrong, in my opinion. Callum Smith is the Ring Magazine at 168 champ. Come on, dude. You haven't fought any of the other guys that are at the top. How can you?
How do you guys feel about that, bro? Yeah, that's what I'm always saying. That's what I'm
I'm saying
saying.
if
Ring
he
belt,
goes
bro.
and he fights Ray Vargas.
So
and
Danny
he fights to the champion.
Danny could have been the
Then that
ring
makes
belt.
sense, right?
No, Danny, because he had two belts, he should have been the
That's
ring.
what I'm saying. But you gotta get Caleb Smith that the other top contenders are that weight.
Right.
You haven't even fought each other. I mean,
Right,
I
right,
understand
right.
that's
Get
an
you,
opinion. You
get you.
can make that decision, but who?
No, he's more like if you have two belts or more, right? You
No,
should
it's
be
not
the
about belts. What I'm saying is,
Well, look,
politics sometimes.
look, unified champion, right? And you have gone through tough opposition. Yeah, you should be the ring
That's what I'm saying.
the ring belt. I thought really that Danny should have deserved that. But listen, one step at a time. We have to make the merits, and that's it.
Boxing Bro says, saludos, champ. One of my favorite boxers for sure. Tony Sandoval, we're with you, champ. Con todo menos con miedo. All right, there you go. All right. Eddie, any final comments? You're going to hit MJ, hit him again?
No, like I said, if the fight comes through, we're going to take opportunity on the fight.
I thought you were gonna say we're gonna
Yeah,
take
other than that, I just want to thank you guys for having us here. I want to thank Danny, for having me part of his team, being part of his family. I know we get along really well, and like I told him, once you end your career, I end my career in boxing as well.
Cut it out.
No, absolutely, no. Look, I have my profession. Boxing's not my life.
Okay.
So I'm doing this with Danny. We started this together, and we're going to finish it together, and that's the agreement we both made. And I want to thank Danny for giving me the opportunity to work with him. It's really, really a big pleasure to have this person by my side.
Man, Danny,
So-
so you got to stay busy for a minute, bro. I don't want Eddie out of the Come on, cut it out, guys. You guys are making me tear up here, man. It might be the last show of the rundown for the coronavirus right now. Right. What message is this, guys? We're going to keep, it's our promise, right? We're going to keep doing the boxing rundown. We do have a guest for next week. But if they put the, what do they do in San Francisco? They shut everybody down. We're not going to have the show. But if they don't put a shutdown, we'll be here next Monday. I promise you guys that. Any shout outs to your sponsors, Danny? Give them to them.
Yes, Castillo, Raw Concrete, the Chef, Meals for Champs. I just blanked out, dude. For all my sponsors, thank you for the sponsorship, and to all my fans, thank you for your support. Thank you guys for having me here tonight. Eddie, vamos a echarle ganas a subir otra vez para arriba.
Tú sabes.
My people, don't worry about it. We'll be there back on top again.
Okay, Danny, where can they follow you, man? I mean, everybody follows you already.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram _babyfaceassassin_.
Okay, and you only have
Just Instagram.
you don't want Instagram guys because the other ones for the familia, all right?
Listen, Danny deserves a lot more recognition, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Than what you get
Yeah,
as far as fans, as far as like the boxing world giving you recognition, in my opinion.
So let's make sure, guys, tell everybody about Danny Roman, man. Let's push him harder for him, and let's make sure you guys call out MJ for the rematch. Let's make sure, and all the media, I want you guys to call out MJ for the rematch. And if not, let's make sure we get that Vargas versus Danny Roman, or let's get that Navarrete versus Danny Roman. Eddie, any final thoughts?
No, like I said, I just want to thank all the public for supporting Danny. I tell you what, keep supporting him. He's not going to let you guys down. He will win, he will become a world champion once again.
I believe it. Anything else you want to say, man?
No, thanks for coming down. And pretty sure we'll be back next week.
We're going to be back next week. There you
Is
go.
that guest we've been talking about?
Yeah, that's that guess.
Okay.
So that's that guess we've been talking about, guys. I'm not going to say it right now. But if the coronavirus doesn't get everybody, we'll be here next week. Thank you very much. That was the Boxing Rundown. See you all next week.
Well, I talk a lot of shit.